Ooh, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV, back at y'all with another video. Let's get it. Want to talk about OVO. So OVO is Drake's record label. It's called OVO Sound. They have a partnership with Warner Bros. Records, and they have a variety of artists on that label like DSVN, Majid Jordan, Roy Woods. McConan used to be signed to OVO Sound, but he's no longer a part of that. I think he's signed directly to Warner because he has some issues with Drake. But I want to talk specifically about two artists that signed to Drake's record label, OVO Sound, and that's Majid Jordan and Roy Woods. So Majid Jordan, they actually went ghost for a little bit. They didn't put out a song for a little over a year. And yesterday they finally put out a new record called Waves of Blue. Amazing song. And this is actually my favorite R&B artist in the game right now. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a group. One guy is the singer, the other guy is the one that makes the beat. And the group is called Majid Jordan. So it's really one artist, but it's like a group of guys. They're always together. They're always in the music videos together. But this is hands down my favorite artist in the R&B genre. Their music is top tier. They're just making music that's so different from the other R&B music that's out right now. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a fan of them since they first came out. Like when they first did that collaboration with Drake. What's the name of that song? I think it's called Just Hold On, We're Going Home. They were the ones that pretty much wrote that song for Drake. That Just Hold On, We're Going On record. That's Majid Jordan's record that they gave to Drake. And that's what led Drake to actually signing them to his record label. Now, when they put their first album out, Drake had a feature on the album, which pretty much helped, spread their name out there so they can gain a fan base. You know what I'm saying? But after that, man, you haven't seen Drake featured on their albums. And what's very weird to me is Drake isn't promoting his artists properly, right? Like specifically Majid Jordan, right? Last year they put out a song with Khalid. Great record they put out, right? Drake didn't post it on his Instagram page, didn't post on the story, didn't promote the record at all. Acted as if it never even came out, right? Now, the song is called Caught Up, and I believe that song should have been on the Billboard charts, but obviously it was not promoted the right way by their record label. Now, OVO Sound, a label, has their own Instagram page, obviously, and they always post Majid Jordan's music. Even 40, who is Drake's producer, OVO 40, he just posted their new record, Waves of Blue, that came out yesterday. But if you go on Drake's page, right, you don't see the record being promoted by Drake, and this is his label. Now, you guys got to ask yourself, right, why would the biggest artist in the world that has his own record label, why would he not be promoting his artists? And I'm going to tell y'all why I think so, right? Because, once again, the last two albums these guys put out was not promoted by Drake. He did not post it on his page, didn't put it on the story, didn't put it on his Instagram page. The only place that you're seeing these guys being promoted at is on the OVO Sound label page on Instagram and OVO 40. Drake is not promoting them. Why? I don't know, but they're still signed to them because this recent record they put out, Waves of Blue, is still being put out through OVO Sound, right? Now, Roy Woods. Let's talk about Roy Woods. So, when Roy Woods first came out, right, he was heavily promoted by Drake. This is another artist that signed to OVO Sound, right? Drake's record label. He had a record called Go On Big Up Yourself. You know what I'm saying? The first 2 or 3 projects he put out was heavily promoted by Drake. You know what I'm saying? Roy Woods is another one of my favorite R&B artists in the game, man. And he just recently put out an EP, and Drake did put it on the story, but he didn't post it on his actual page. This is another artist that is not being promoted by Drake, right? Now, let's talk about specifically Drake. Drake, you're the biggest artist in the world, bro, right? Just you doing a feature with an artist that nobody has heard of, that record has the chance to go #1. And it's pretty much guaranteed to go gold and platinum just by Drake doing a feature with an artist that nobody has heard of. So Drake, with that being said, you have your own record label. You've been in the game for over 10 years. Why are you not promoting your artist, bro? What's going on? Because I'm not understanding the mindset of this, right? Majid Jordan, they're struggling to sell albums. They're struggling to even get their songs on the Billboard charts. Roy Woods, he's struggling to sell albums. He's struggling to get his songs on the Billboard charts. Why are you not promoting your artists? What's going on, bro? I don't understand it. It's like you're promoting your features and that's the thing, right? When Drake does features, people mainly only care about the feature because Drake is on it. And it gets to the point where the radio will play Drake's part of the song and then just turn the song off. We've seen this happen multiple times, right? And I personally believe that Drake is not pushing his artists because he doesn't want any of his artists to be bigger than him. Not only that, he doesn't even want them to think that they have the potential of being bigger than him. For example, The Weeknd. A lot of people don't know that on Drake's Take Care album, most of those R&B records was ghostwritten by The Weeknd. And around this time, Drake claims that he was the one that discovered The Weeknd, and The Weeknd was originally supposed to be signed to OVO Sound, Drake's record label. Now, The Weeknd, being the smart guy that he is, he peeped what Drake was trying to do, and he decided not to sign with him. That's what caused the beef between Drake and The Weeknd, because Drake felt like The Weeknd owed it to him to sign to his label. So once The Weeknd decided to not sign to Drake and The Weeknd signed his own major label deal with just him, The Weeknd went on to be one of the biggest R&B pop artists of all time. I mean, every time The Weeknd puts out an album, he has a hit record, a #1 song. It's pretty much guaranteed. The Weeknd is a huge artist. Just did his thing at the Super Bowl, halftime show. Killed that shit. Shout out to The Weeknd, right? But I guarantee you guys, if The Weeknd would have signed to Drake's label, OVO Sound, The Weeknd most likely would not be as big as he is right now. Because we've seen what happens when an amazingly talented artist signs to Drake. We see what happens, bro. They come when they first come out on his label, they get a little buzz, and then after that first project comes out, poof, they're gone. You don't see Drake talk about them. You don't even see Drake putting his artists on his album. First of all, let's talk about this. Why has there not been an OVO Sound album? What's up with that? Why hasn't Drake put out an album with all of the artists on his label? Think about that, guys. Because OVO Sound has been a thing for about 4 or 5 years. There hasn't been one project with all of the artists together, all of those talented artists together. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about this. Another artist that was supposed to sign to Drake was Bryson Tiller. Drake tried to sign Bryson Tiller when he first came out. Bryson Tiller said he didn't want to do it. He wanted to be his own man. Didn't want to sign to another artist. Look at Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller can disappear for 2 years, put out an album, it's going to sell records because he doesn't have to deal with... See, let me tell you something. When you come out, right, when you first come out and your buzz isn't fully built up, the worst thing you can do is do a feature with Drake, because what's going to happen is that's going to be your biggest record, and it's going to benefit Drake more than it benefits you, because guess what? After that record comes out, Drake can still put out hit records himself. The artist that's doing these features with Drake, they can't continue to put out hit records by themselves. It's hard for them to do it. So it's the same thing with the artists that he signed to. A lot of these artists that signed to Drake are his ghostwriters, bro. A lot of these artists are ghostwriting for Drake. And what Drake is doing is he's having them ghostwrite for him. He's putting those songs on his album. His albums are blowing up. Meanwhile, them same artists on his label that's ghostwriting for him, when they're putting out singles, when they're putting out their album, this nigga Drake won't even post the album on his page, bro. The most he'll do is put it on his story. That's it. Majid is one of the best R&B artists in the game right now. Roy Woods is one of the best R&B artists in the game right now. And it's sad that their career is being put on pause because the leader of their record label that they're signed to is being selfish. Drake, you've been in the game for 10 years. You've been number one. You've been the number one hip hop artist in the world for a decade now, bro. You've had your time. Don't you think it's time to take time out to make sure that your artist can be just as big as you, if not as big as you, bigger than you are, right? Bigger than you are? Wouldn't you want to do what Lil Wayne did for you? Because that's what Lil Wayne did for Drake. Let's not get it twisted. Lil Wayne did everything in his power to make sure that Drake was bigger than him, bro. Because Lil Wayne had his time. Lil Wayne's been rapping since he was 14. He had his time. He's been a number one artist. He's been the best rapper in the game. Pass the torch to Drake like a real nigga should do. But it's sad that we're not seeing Drake doing the same thing for his own artists, bro. OVO Sound is nothing like Young Money. They haven't even had one goddamn group album together. You're not even seeing Drake doing these songs with any other artists on this label. None of them. And you gotta ask yourself, for a guy that's not even promoting his own label, why is he constantly trying to sign new artists that come out that make very similar music to him? Why is he trying to sign Bryson Tiller? Why did he try to sign The Weeknd? What happened with McConan? How come after that Tuesday song that Drake did with McConan, what happened between McConan and Drake to where McConan just got off the label? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Drake doesn't want none of these artists to be bigger than him. He doesn't want them to be successful. He doesn't even want them to think that they can be bigger than him or even successful on their own. Because if he did, he would do everything in his power to promote his artist, bro. And that's all I pretty much got to say, man. It's your boy Wavy. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm out this bitch. Skirt.